Hey y'all, welcome back to Mima's house, where we're eating good food, sharing good times, and we hope you enjoy your stay. Let's get to cooking. Hey y'all, welcome back to Mima's house. We're back in the kitchen and we're preparing something special, a birthday cake. Now I've made funfetti cakes before, but this one I'm making using a different technique, and I thought that you may be interested in how we go about doing a reverse creaming. So I'm going to show you how to reverse cream while I bake a birthday cake for my special 12-year-old. And that's Miss Payton. She's one of my taste testers. You've seen her before. And she's turning 12. So we're going to get into the kitchen and get to cooking. Okay, here are the ingredients that we'll be using to make our Funfetti chocolate cake, Payton style, for her birthday. A cup of whole milk, 4 large eggs, and if you want a white cake, you can use 6 large egg whites, but you want them all at room temperature. 2 teaspoons of almond extract, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a half a teaspoon of butter extract, and a little bit of creme bouquet. 2 1/4 cups of cake flour, 1 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, and then I have a stick and a half or 12 tablespoons of softened butter. All right, let's get to cooking. And you'll notice that I have some pre-made icing out here, right there, because I'm going to bake this cake and I want to make it special, and I don't want to be bothered with making icing. So I'm going to use some canned icing. And that's okay, y'all, if you use a little canned icing and make things easy for yourself. So let me make this cake. We'll start by getting our wet ingredients together. Here I have 4 eggs. You can substitute 6 egg whites, or you can even lower the egg count to 3, because we know how expensive eggs are, but the cake will be just as good. But we're starting with this recipe with 4 eggs. And then we'll add 1 cup of milk. And to that, we're going to add all of our extracts. We'll add 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then we'll add a half a teaspoon each almond extract and butter extract, and a half teaspoon of creme bouquet. Now you can get creme bouquet. I got mine off Amazon. If you don't have a cake baking store or anything like that, and you might be able to find it at Walmart. I have not looked for it at Walmart, but it could very well be there, or somewhere like Michael's or Hobby Lobby that has cake decorating supplies. But I got mine on Amazon. But I add that flavoring because it makes the cake taste very much like a bakery cake. So if you want your cake to taste like a bakery cake, use that creme bouquet. If you don't, and you don't want to do anything different to your cake, don't add it. That is perfectly okay, and it does not change the texture or the way the cake bakes. So now I have mixed up all of our liquid ingredients. Now for the fun part. We'll pull together the dry ingredients. The dry ingredients include 2 1/2 cups of cake flour. And yes, I am using cake flour. Generally, I'll use all-purpose flour for any of my cakes, but for this cake, I want it to be light and fluffy, so I'm going to use cake flour. And to that 2 1/2 cups of cake flour, as soon as I can get it out of this container, I'm going to go ahead and add my sugar. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm adding the dry ingredients to the bowl, to the mixing bowl. I'm going to add 1 3/4 cup of sugar to this cake flour, and then 1 teaspoon of salt and 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Let's get that all added together because we are doing reverse creaming. When I say reverse creaming, that means I'm not just creaming the butter and sugar together and adding the eggs. I'm doing the butter with the flour so that the flour won't the gluten won't break down so quickly. So I'm going to add to the flour again. I'll say that I'm going to add the sugar and all the other ingredients. Let me put some music right here while I do this, and I'll come back to you about how we're going to do the reverse creaming. Now that all the dry ingredients are in the bowl, we'll go ahead and attach our paddle attachment and briefly mix that together. And to this, I'm going to add my 1.5 of butter or 12 teaspoons of softened butter. And I will mix this just until that becomes a crumbly consistency. I'm going to add my butter a little at a time, and when I see it break down just a little bit, then I'll add the next pat. And we'll do this until all the butter is mixed in. Now that all the butter is mixed in, you see how the texture of the flour has changed a little bit to a crumbly cornmeal kind of consistency. Once that's all done, I'm going to go ahead and add my wet ingredients. Now I've scraped down my bowl. I'm going to go ahead and start my mixer again and add a half of my wet ingredients. Get that mixed in. And then I'll add the rest of the wet ingredients. And this cake is done. Oh, I can't forget my funfetti, because you know we're making a funfetti cake for Miss Payton. So I'm going to add a cup of sprinkles and then the rest of my wet ingredients. Smells good. And now we're done. We'll get our pans prepared and get ready to put it in the oven. Didn't realize I had both of these in here. Okay, the pans are all loaded, and let's go into a 350-degree oven, and we'll bake the cakes for 20 to 25 minutes or until they're nice and lightly golden brown. Now the cakes are done. Let's get them out of the oven to cool. I got my cake racks here, and see my cake? Oh, it's so pretty. Let's get them out. We're going to cool them in the pan for a few minutes, and then we'll flip them over and cool them on the rack. Now you see what I did wrong here. It's more color down at the bottom of this cake than it is at the top. Because you know what I didn't do? I didn't make those sprinkles get coated in flour. Generally, if you want your sprinkles to be suspended in your batter, you want to go ahead and coat them in flour so that they won't go down to the bottom of your, and you see how it did, go down to the bottom of that layer. But there are some still hanging around at the top. Nonetheless, it was a good cake. So let's proceed. The cake has been cooling now for about 30 to 40 minutes. I'm going to ice this right out of the can. We're going to mix this icing up just a little bit because it's supposed to be whipped. But you know, you always have to stir it because things get settled in travel. And we want to make sure that it's all stirred together and that it is good and ready to go. So let's go ahead and ice our cake. I'm going to also put some of this frosting into my piping bag so we can decorate it a little bit for the birthday girl. And there it is, a chocolate funfetti cake mixed by Mima for Miss Payton for her birthday. So I asked her if she wanted sprinkles on the side because she likes a good sprinkle. But she said no. So she must be having a little bit of maturing going on because she did not want that sprinkles on the side of her cake. So we'll leave it plain and we'll cut it in just a few minutes. We'll let her open a couple of her gifts and her cards, and then we'll sing happy birthday and have the cake.
Ooh, niece. A niece may grow up, but she will never outgrow the hope and love you've had for her since the day she was born.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh, who was that from?
Unmaxine and Uncle Elmer.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
Niece, happy birthday. Hope your day is filled with one bright moment after another, and the whole year ahead brings you all the good things you wished for. We love you. Happy birthday, Uncle Sam and Aunt Stella.
Very good. Good.
Happy birthday to a very special girl. Love you, Aaron.
Very good.
Oh, that's
Very
sweet.
nice.
He wasn't paying attention. That's all right. Disregard.
All right.
Oh, that's from me and
You
Peepaw.
went to the big one, huh? All right.
I wonder who came up with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, thank you. It's Lego.
All right, now you got him.
Lego bin.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's from Aubrey,
You,
I think.
that one,
I think it is.
Blue base plates
okay.
for this.
Yes, for the Legos.
Nice.
Thank you, Ari.
And
What else did you
Ooh, it's a t-shirt.
get? Holly's got good taste, don't she? Okay, all right.
you've been a shopping girl.
Oh, wow. I like the texture of it.
And who is it?
It's Betty Boop.
Yep.
This is so cute.
Okay, Betty Boop.
I got it.
That is nice, all right.
And Noel gave you the last one.
Ooh, that's a
That would taste pretty good.
Pretty good.
I would be interested in that idea.
You think so?
Thank you.
Came out too, didn't you? Wow.
Oh, yes. This is a big. Okay.
Give her plate.
No,
Oh, yes, it is.
Mm-mm-mm.
Is it good, Pay?
Mm-hmm. Really good. It's nice and moist, too.
The chocolate actually
Good.
doesn't taste that bad.
What'd you say, Noah?
It doesn't taste that bad.
The chocolate icing?
Yeah.
Oh, good. You gonna eat some, huh?
Uh-huh.
Good. Ari, what do you think?
I like it a lot. It's a good texture, too. Delicious.
Good. Can't stop eating.
Say it again.
She said it.
It's delicious and very moist. It's good.
Good, thank you. Okay, y'all, so another birthday is down, 12 years old. We're all celebrated out. So we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Oh, be blessed. Bye. Thank y'all for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you give this recipe a try. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, it is free, and you can hit that subscribe button at any time. Hit the notification button. Do all the things. And I love your comments. Y'all be blessed. Bye.